y'all, Stitching May or Megan here to do my update video. It's been since April the 23rd since my last video. I promised you guys I was going to come back more often. And every time I promise you guys that, I don't. So I'm going to stop promising it to where I'm not lying. If you're new to my channel, this channel is about cross stitch. I do sprinkle life in there because life affects my stitching, the amount of stitching, how often I do a video. So it's more about cross stitch, but life is in there. And I usually have haul and talk about my kids. So welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, sorry it's been so long. Everything is good. Everything is great. It's just been busy. It is summertime. We're doing more outside activities. We have a new addition to our family. Let me get into that real quick. Hi. Meet Vader. He is our kitten. This was an unexpected addition to our family. Say hi. Are you sleepy? He kept me not stitching for almost 2 weeks. And this video is going to be a little more hectic because I'm not used to doing a video with a cat in my lap. And it's probably louder because I do have the door open to where he can come and go as he pleases. You gonna get down? Did I disturb you? No? You're gonna stay? Make up your mind. Sit right here. Anyway, so I do have numbers. I was able to sit down and calculate some numbers for you guys. And I have 4 projects to show you. 3 are whips and 1 is a new start. And then I do have some haul to show you. So have a seat and get ready. So since my last video, I've done a total of 3,747 stitches. And guys, most of that was right after the last video because in the last 2 weeks, I've not done, since the 18th, I've not done a lot of stitching. So I'm just going to kind of go in, I can't say it's in order because I bounced around from these projects, but it's kind of in the order. Mostly I stitched on my Adventure Awaits piece. It will look like this when it's finished. I got in 1,898 stitches on this one. This is what it looked like before. And I am using Pattern Keeper. I am now officially more than halfway finished with this piece, guys. I'm so excited. I thought this was going to become another Starry Night. But I really enjoy stitching on this piece. And I have to say, I think it has to do with Pattern Keeper. Pattern Keeper makes it so much easier to keep up with where I am. Actually, I've probably done more stitches than that because I only counted 66 stitches today and I've done 91. So my number is actually 30 stitches short. I'm at 5,670 stitches, which is 64.23% finished. I would give anything if I could get my Starry Night on Pattern Keeper because I think I could actually finish it if it was on Pattern Keeper. This is where I currently am. I've got to finish in the rest of the bear. And then eventually the part that I dread is the charting of the stats for my new baby nephew who arrived and is healthy and doing well. We haven't seen him yet because we've just gotten to where our COVID numbers are down. We're planning on going to see him on next week. And, sorry, he knows where his treats are and he's trying to get to them. Real life. Like I said, a little more hectic. He arrived safely and we will get to meet him. It's been a little while. It's been a month today. He's a month old today. And I just wanted to kind of be away from COVID a little while before I went and met him. So with that said, there's that project. The next thing, no sir, get down. You cannot have treats. You cannot steal treats. The next thing that I worked on is my Henna Mandala by Ink Circles. This is a piece that is a sow with Emily at Eclectic Possessions and Casey from Southern California Stitching. And I'm stitching this on a piece of Ada that I dyed myself. And it is in a DMC variegated thread. I can't tell you the number right now. I'll drop it below or do it as a caption in the video. I stitched a total of 544 stitches on this piece. This is where it was before. This has been my to-go piece. I was taking it to my son's piano lessons, which have since stopped for the summer. And just anytime we're in the car or if we go like to my in-laws' house and I'm going to take a stitching, this is usually what I take with me because it's one thread and it's such an easy to-go project. And now that I'm getting to take true lunches at work, I sometimes take it to work and stitch on my lunch break with it. But like I said, 788 stitches in on this piece since my last video. And then, guys, I joined in on the Stitch-A-Gun Trail on May the 1st. And I cannot tell you, my stitching has exploded. I'm in a family that's amazing. I am the doctor of the family, so I help take care of the people and the animals, which is my real life, apparently. We now have a petting zoo. We now have 2 cats, technically 2 cats, a dog, and 2 hermit crabs. We lost a fish last week. We'll get into the pet stuff later. I'll do more of that towards the end because I know some of you are only here for the stitching. But I love the Stitch-A-Gun Trail and I love how much stitching I'm getting done. I love the family I'm in. I'm having a great, great time. So the next thing I worked on was the Good Intentions, and that was because we were helping the sheriff, I guess, do an investigation for an outlaw. We were having to tell what color shirt the person had on, so we had to stitch on a piece that had a shirt. I chose my Good Intentions piece. This is what it will look like when it's finished. Stop. This is where I was before. I'm stitching this on a piece of fabric. I thought it was Mellow by Picture This Plus, but I'm realizing that it's not Zweigart, and it's only on the front. I don't think it's Vintage Country Mocha because it's not as dark as Vintage Country Mocha. It's a little more yellow. I have no clue what this fabric is. I am stitching it in the called for DMC, or the DMC conversion. Technically, the model was stitched in NPI silks. Is it NPI or NPS? Hang on. I always said the wrong way. NPS. Needle point silks, yes. But I'm using the DMC conversion that Kathy Barrett provided. And this is where I currently am. I mostly worked on the words. And because I'm scattered, I don't know if I told you that it was 544 stitches. And then the next project is a new start. It was a unexpected new start. It's Matter's Choice by Kathy Barrett. I did not expect to start this, but one of my friends, one of my Georgia Stitchers, won this from Emily for her Duck Derby giveaway, which I won a blanket. Oh my gosh, I won the quilt, the lap quilt. It is not near the cat. It is put away until he calms down. It will be my stitchy lap quilt. I will show it in my next video. I don't want little claws to get a hold of it because somebody likes to play with the blankets. So right now we only have our older blankets down. That way if he jumps on them, he's not picking at them. But I will insert that in the next video. And we had a outdoor Georgia Stitchy Day. It was very impromptu. It wasn't like an official Georgia Stitchy Day. It was kind of like, hey, if you were in this area and you're close enough, we're going to sit at a park and stitch. I was able to stitch with Miss Connie. So excited. We've had 2 stitch days since my last video. Dude, stop. And if you're going to bite, you can get down. That's when the door's open. 2 stitch days with Miss Connie since my last video. I'm so stoked. I missed her so much. And the last stitch day we actually didn't stitch. I just ran errands and we kind of hung out and talked. But on the stitch day in the park, I started this. This is Matter's Choice by Kathy Barrett, and my friend Lynn also started it. I'm stitching this in a Threadworks color. I think it's called Rich Chocolate. It's just a very, very brown color. The number I will insert. I've ordered a second skein. and it is on 36 count patina. Patina? That was Southern. By Color and Cotton Fabrics. This was not, I am now in her Fabric of the Month club, but I got this one off eBay. It was not one of the Fabric of the Month colors. And I love it. And I want some more of it. But there that is. And I've stitched a total of 517 stitches on this piece. And just in case I didn't say, I stitched a total of 3,747 stitches since my last video. I feel like I'm repeating myself because I got about halfway through this video and the cat went crazy and I had to start over again. So I may have repeated myself some, but I want to make sure I don't forget anything. So there that is. That is all of my whips. So into the life stuff and how this guy came into our lives. As you know, we have the dog Trip who will turn 14 this year. And then we had a fish and we've always had a crab. We had 2 crabs, one died. And then we had the outdoor cat named Meow that adopted us when my son was in pre-K. Around April the 18th-ish, Meow disappeared. We couldn't find him. We looked for him, called for him. Some neighbors had moved in and barn swallows moved in and he just kind of went away. I didn't really look for him too hard at first because he is an outdoor cat, a stray that we feed and take care of. And sometimes he would go and then he would come back. You know, it wasn't abnormal until like the 3rd week. So I posted, couldn't find Meow, was convinced he was gone. My son would come home every day crying, looking for this cat, calling for this cat. And on May 18th, we still had not found the cat. My husband and I were discussing how upset my kid was over the cat missing. Stop biting, please. You keep jumping up here, but then you keep chewing on me. Go play with your toys. I'm not your sibling. My dad called me on the way to Connor's piano lessons and said, hey, there's a factory that was closing down. They found a kitten about to go into an industrial shredder. They cannot find the mom or any of the litter mates. They don't know where he came from. He's just a lone kitten. My dad's wife happens to be like the community rescue lady, like she rehabs animals. So somehow the cat ended up with her. It had been in the industry. Somebody called somebody to get the cat. That person then brought the cat to my parents' house. And my dad's like, I know you guys have been missing Meow. And what do you think about having this indoor cat? And I said, I don't know. That's a lot to handle. Call my husband. Always pass it off on the husband, right? My husband then calls me back, who was on a roof working. Bless his heart. He had been, it was a little, I got him in a weak moment. He was exhausted. And he told me, exact words were, go get the cat before I change my mind. So I went and got this cat. We think he might have been 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know. We are taking him to the vet on Monday to officially try to figure out how old he is and get him checked out. It took us a while to find. The whole vet thing's a whole different story. Anyway, we got the cat on May the 18th. Later that night, we had him for the week. Later that next week, we were sitting here. We looked on Facebook. Somebody had posted in the neighborhood down the road about Meow. We found Meow. We went and got Meow. So now we have Meow back. He's healthy and fine. He was flipping out in this new neighborhood. It's a lot busier neighborhood than ours is, a lot closer to a main road. And the lady there had tried to make him an indoor cat like we did, and he would not come in. He would not tolerate it. And she was worried about the road they were on being a little too busy. So she gave us Meow back. We have made him several sleeping spots in the backyard. And as of now, he's hanging out mostly in our backyard. He'll hunt, but we have Meow. And then we ended up with another crab. We lost the fish, gained a crab. So anyway, this little guy has been interesting, to say the least. We were having to feed him some milk, not bottle feed, but we're having to give him some extra milk until he started rejecting that and wouldn't eat it. And it's been a big adjustment getting used to such a little guy. He stayed in our room most of the time, but now he's out wandering the house. So that was why I didn't stitch for 2 weeks and how he ended up with us. So on to other stuff. We planted a garden. Connor had a recital. It's been so busy, but not too busy for me to shop, apparently. I did get some haul. I purchased 2 of these thread winders from Instagram. I will insert the link below. Vic Gable, StitchNButton, does a great video tutorial on these on her channel. I will link to that video as well. I've got the large one for my DMC and then the smaller one for my hand-dyed threads. And then I also got, where are my grab bag fabrics? I purchased 2 grab bag fabrics from the Feeling Lucky Today grab bags from Under the Sea Fabrics. Yes. I have to put you down. Are you going to tolerate that? Are you going to meow or are you going to let me put you down? I've got this one first. This is called Autumn 36 count linen, guys. I don't know what the Fates had in mind because she says they're already just thrown in bags and she has no clue what color they are. And it's like my perfect. They are my neutrals that I love. So this is kind of brown with some darker brown splotching on it. Let's do it this way. There we go. Let's try the color. And then I got Silky, which is a beautiful brown color. And I may even eventually order some more of this color because it's amazing. And it's also 36 count. I have 2 coloring cottons to show you. So she decided that she was going to start shipping her fabric of the month and her floss of the month together, which then caused there to be a gap in the floss of the month for me. So I didn't get any floss of the month for 1 month. I just got this 36 count spiced honey. By Coloring Cotton. And that's the perfect name for it. She always amazes me with her creative color names because they all fit and they're also creative. I would have like brown, lighter brown, darker brown, maybe brown, kind of brown. The only one that needed to be renamed was once my son called them brown jeans instead of khaki, but she had named it khaki, I think, and then he called it brown jeans, which, you know, hello. These are the floss of the month that I got. Now mine are, I do the primitive or neutral floss of the month. I got albatross, criminy, barley, sage brush, and hickory. Now these say they're 8 yards special edition. So I don't know if the 8 yards is a special edition or if the color is. Well, no, I guess 8 yards is always how it is. So. And here they are. In order from right to left is the criminy, the albatross, sagebrush, hickory, and barley. God, look at this hickory. I love this color. Trip and the cat are tolerating each other pretty well. Every once in a while the cat will spit at the dog and the dog looks at him like, dude, calm down. What in the world? They did have a few days of Trip having to kind of assert his, no, you're not going to bite me. Because he bites everything right now. The playful kitten bite. And then the other color I have is Garden Path by Coloring Cotton. And again is a 36 count. And I get the fat 8th. Right? No. 17 by 26. It's a fat quarter. I've never been fat. Fat eighth, fat quarter, fat half. Yes, I get the fat eighth. Fat quarter. I'll never get that. I'll never be good at that. I also was gifted this Just Cross Stitch from Connie. It is the June 2021. And then from the lovely, I have more. Where's my other thing? Oh, it's put away. Well, I've already shown. I showed what? Yes, I'm having to get, when I did the videos, straight. I got my gift from Emily with C, which was this beautiful bag. This is not an Momly bag. This is one that she purchased. I love these colors. And she also gifted me my Early Days from the Plum Street Samplers. It's one of the market releases that I kept buying and then putting away and then buying and then putting away. And she also sent me all of the flosses. So, I think that is everything for this video. Nope, it's not. I also was the recipient of a giveaway from Miss Marlene, Stitching by the Lake. I got her embroidered red work ornaments. And I cannot wait to make some of these into ornaments and put them on my Christmas tree. I was so excited when I found out that I had won these. Guys, these are amazing. Star. I love this one. And this one. And then one more. So that is now everything. I don't have any new starts planned. I plan tonight to keep working on Adventure Awaits, because for my profession, for the Stitching and Trail, I need to stitch 500 stitches in order to get animal feed. And I'm about I've got about 125 stitches done. So I have to really get on it tonight to where I can take care of the animals until the next trading post. And I don't know when my next video will be. I would love to say it will be in 2 weeks. That is my plan. Will it be? I don't know. I'm hoping that things even out and then I'm able to stitch. It's all good stuff though. So, you know, if it doesn't even out, we're having a blast, right? Making memories. But my plan is every 2 weeks to do a video. And if I don't see you then, I'll see you at some point. As always, guys, take care and happy stitching.